I put down, I started the live stream earlier, but I put the wrong day down. I put down Happy Wednesday. It's actually Thursday. I can't believe Dunkin' Donuts. What a line they have. You would think they're giving this stuff away. All right. I gotta head over and pick up my buddy. I got all kinds of weird stuff going on with this car, man. How do I lock? Yeah, Mike. If y'all don't know that I had this van, 2013 Chrysler minivan, town and country. It has served my family well. I have been driving this sucker. Got 180,000 miles on it. I've been using it. I use it for work. My van's doing, I don't know how much you heard, but I got a Chrysler minivan. Got 180,000 miles on it. 2013. And it's been giving me problems lately. I've had the normal stuff where I've had to put tires on it, brakes, but I was driving Lyft and I had a rock or something hit the radiator, and I put a radiator in myself. They wanted $1,000 to do a radiator, and I'm a former mechanic, and I actually put a radiator, installed a new one. I bought one on Amazon for $100, and I had to get a couple tools that I didn't have, and I put it in. It took me about 4 hours. I had to run back and forth from the auto parts store because I needed a couple tools, and I've done that. I replaced a couple motor mounts. I did myself in the driveway. I had to replace headlights. When those lenses turn yellow. The lenses turn yellow over time, and they tell you about things that you can do, right? They tell you, hey, you can. There's certain things that you can replace. That you can take them and you can get them worked on, and they'll clean them and they'll make them look like new. $75. I bought 2 brand new ones on Amazon for $100, right? So I'm figuring I'm just gonna put them in. I had a pickup truck, a Chevy pickup truck that I replaced the headlights, and it took me all of 5 minutes per headlight. Well, not on a Chrysler minivan. If you want to replace the headlights on a Chrysler minivan, you have to basically take the whole nose, the front nose of the car off, the plastic cover. So I had to take the bolts off the top, a couple screws in the tire wheel wells, and then along the bottom of the car, to lay on the ground and pull some of these little tabs out to lower the front nose cone so I can replace the headlights. That's a pain in the neck, but the band served me well. But now having some transmission issues. Nothing like right now it's fine. Shift's great. Shift's great. It's fine. But every once in a while this thing goes into limp mode. And for people who don't know what limp mode is, when the transmission senses a problem, the computer defaults it to second gear. It basically just, you're stuck in second gear. Sometimes it can be resolved by just putting the car in park, shutting the key off, and then restarting the car. And then that'll let the car drive fine again. And I've done that. I keep doing that, and then the car drives fine again. So I don't think it's a mechanical issue. The problem is, as a former transmission guy, I don't have all the equipment that I had when I was working at the shop. I don't have the diagnostic equipment, that I don't, access to any service bulletins. I don't have that information anymore. And that's an issue. So, welcome everyone. We're just chatting. But I keep looking into, I know I'm going to have to get another car at 180,000 miles, but I'm like, the body's not bad, but the paint's flaking, the paint's coming off, and I've had some water leaks around the windshield that I've used as Permatex to reseal the windshield, and it works for a while, but then it stops, so I know that's gonna get rusted. I don't know if you guys can see all these birds. There's a bunch of birds in front of the car out near the telephone poles and stuff. They're swarming everywhere. But I'm sitting here waiting for my buddy. Good guy. Works hard. I gotta tell him I'm here, so. Yeah, so I just told him that I'm here. Right. I just got a text message. I have a dental appointment scheduled. So I gotta go in. I have my teeth cleaned. And let them tell me I need to do a better job. I know what it is. You can brush your teeth twice a day. Floss, not every day. I don't know anybody who flosses every day. If you are, you're a better person than me. And you always got a problem. In my years, I have all my teeth still. I have all my molars. They've all been filled over the years. And what else? I've had 2 root canals. I've had 2 root canals and all my molars filled. But that's about it. But it is now almost 8:15, and it's 83 degrees. Let's see what's on the radio. Over the years, I've been watching, listening to AM radio. text my buddy. He's not responding yet. Hopefully, let me see. October 10th. Let's see. Let's see what the local news of the day is. Uber Eats, take 15% off your next 3 orders. Oh, the door's opening. Here he comes. All right.
Good morning, sir.
What's up, dude?
How are you?
Good, man. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. I'm a little tired, but the week is almost done.
Yeah.
Have I been on the live? Yeah, they hear us talk, right?
If anyone's tuning in, they can hear us talk.
Yeah.
We're being
monitored.
They can spy on us. But
I don't incriminating.
Nah, we don't say anything.
Yeah.
We got rid of the
laws over there in Switzerland because it was so easy for people to launder money.
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, when I was a kid, they always talked about, right?
Right.
Oh, in Swiss, everything's just numbers.
Right.
You get a number, there's no name.
Right.
Yeah, they've changed all that.
Yeah, they changed the laws.
All the
Too many Americans laundering their truck money.
All the
Or their Ponzi scheme money.
All those international banking laws, right? Everyone's got. I think it all has to have a name attached to it.
Right.
That's why they don't like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because Bitcoin and all those cryptocurrencies, all the wallets are just.
They're all numbers, right?
They're like numbers. Yeah, they're all numbers.
Like decimal points. And
Like
shit.
like 7. For the most part, you could just take you could just make a wallet. You go online, you make a wallet, and then you can, link it to different websites, and you can buy and trade Bitcoin. And they didn't like that. They didn't like that.
So how's your week going, buddy?
Good.
Yeah.
No issues. Look, my week is doing great as long as there's no freaking problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can sit home all week and have no work.
Yeah.
But as long as there's no crazy things that happen,
Yeah.
my son's going to school every day.
Yeah.
My wife is happy.
Yeah.
Life's great.
Good. Why, you catch him trying to do school already?
No. Yeah, he's not into. He's a good kid.
Good. I was a good kid too, but I had to skip school once or twice before.
Oh, I skipped school many times. It was the thrill of it.
Yeah.
It was a
For
thrill.
me, it wasn't the thrill, it was the day off. I just stayed home. I didn't even,
Don't forget though, when I was in school,
Yeah.
things were different.
Yeah.
If you didn't show up in school,
Yeah.
they called your parents.
Yeah.
No,
They tried to call my mom one time and I answered the phone.
Yeah. Now you get it. Now they send out emails or text messages.
Yeah.
Your son or daughter has been marked tardy or late.
Yeah.
So now it's like I think it's harder for the kids.
Yeah.
I think for a while there, it was so crazy, right? For a while they would call your parents,
Yeah.
and then it went for a while. They didn't care.
Right.
You use your report card, you get a bunch of unexcused absences.
Right.
And now they send out. I get text messages every day from the school.
Yeah.
Today, there was 120 kids who called in sick, and 200 kids that were tardy for class.
That's annoying.
They do it every day.
Why would you care?
They
Unless
said,
it's geo, of course, but like it's like annoying, right?
so you just said it. Why would you care? And what happens is they're trying to get parents
Yeah.
to care more.
Yeah.
Because when I go to these schools, like when I go to a school, when I go to my son's school,
Yeah.
and they have like some type of parent thing, they always talk about trying to get parents more involved. Some parents don't care. And then that has a trickle-down effect. If the parents don't care,
Nobody cares.
the kids don't care.
Right.
If they know, like if my son knows that I'm going to go to every function,
Yeah.
every time they call up and they say, we're having a parent academy,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk about vape use, or talk about this, or talk about that. If he knows I'm going to all of them,
Yeah.
he thinks twice about everything.
Yeah.
You got to give kids,
Credit. Yeah, they're smart.
you got to give kids, you got to let them know that you're on top of things.
Yeah.
But that's what happened with me when I was a kid. There was times when I thought about doing some crazy stuff. At the time, I didn't think it was crazy.
Yeah.
But looking back, I'm like, well, that was crazy.
Or that was dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
I was always in fear that my dad or mom, or well, it wasn't so much my mom. I was in fear that my dad would find out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, if my dad finds out, I'm up the creek.
You got the belt.
I came from a time when you got your butt beat, man.
Yeah.
Now you can't do anything.
Right.
Now you'll get arrested for child abuse.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You know how many times? How many different members of my family would have been arrested for child abuse?
Yeah.
My grandfather hit me with a stick.
Yeah.
My dad hit me with not only a belt, but my grandfather was an old time barber, and he's like, you know, those straight razors to sharpen them.
Yeah.
To sharpen them, and these big leather belts that hung on the side of the chair. And they so my dad had that.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever happened to that. He had it for years, but he would freaking hit you with that thing.
I think my mom spanked me once. I got a rash. She never did it again. So it was kind of in that new generation. At the end of that old generation, they did it once, and then they were like, "Nope, I'm not doing it again." I got a rash from it or whatever, and it was like, "Nope."
Listen, that sucks. I come from a time that in middle school they were still getting paddled.
Oh shit.
You freaking the administrator would tell you to put your hands on the desk and bend over, and
Shit.
off the wall would come that big. I don't know if you've ever seen them. A big wooden paddle with holes in them, and the freaking guy would go
Like from the
wham!
movies?
Like you did in the movies. man.
Yeah.
But that was the tail end of that.
Yeah.
I was coming in at the tail. I never got paddled,
That's good.
but you could see it hanging
None
on
of
the
my
wall.
teachers abused me, but I remember a couple of times I fell asleep in class and they would like throw a pencil at me. Like, hey, wake up. They don't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
That's like child abuse.
Is it really?
Now they're throwing a weapon at them, right? It's a pencil.
Oh my God. I've seen teachers ball up paper,
Yeah.
throw it at you.
Yeah. It's a
But
different era.
yeah, I mean, my teachers would just, you know, I had a teacher that would just give you a didn't even want to deal with you.
Yeah.
You open your mouth,
Yeah.
and you go, bye.
Yeah. How many times have I been to the principal's office for dumb shit?
He was like, I'm not gonna let you
Mouth off.
I'm not gonna let you interfere with the other kids that want to learn.
Yeah.
That was the main thing.
Yeah.
You're not gonna interfere with the kids that want to learn, so
Right.
I'm not gonna deal with you.
They're they either sent you to the principal's office or they kicked you out of class and you had to sit outside for 30 minutes, which was probably worse than the principal's office anyway, because they didn't let you back in.
Then the big thing was when I was a kid.
And you didn't have your phone back. The phones weren't as prevalent as they are now, so you're just sitting outside doing nothing for 30 minutes until the class starts.
You know what's amazing is that
It's not like you could check your phone for Instagram or Facebook or whatever, or text your friends, because it wasn't as prevalent back then.
yeah. Hello, whoever you are. But
Somebody saying hello.
someone said hi. I
Hi.
can't see it. It's like the sun and the glare.
Yeah. Hello.
But I come Listen, anyone who says phones are not a problem,
Yeah.
phones are a problem, man.
Yeah.
I just remember when I was a kid, we had no phones, right?
Yeah.
I had no phone in high school. Nothing. I had
Yeah.
I had no phones.
I had a phone, but I just didn't have the internet or social
It was-
media. We
Wait,
just discovered
internet?
like texting.
Internet. I don't even know what the internet was, but there was no internet.
We were just starting to text on the phones.
In high school. In high school,
Yeah.
we had speakers
Yeah.
in the classroom, and you would say, just as an example, "Oh, Mr. John Fusaro, John Fusaro, please come to the front office."
Yeah.
And all,
We had that shit
and,
too.
and all the kids would
Be
go
like, ooh.
"Oh yeah," and all the kids,
Yeah.
all the kids would go like this,
Right.
and the teacher would stop
Right.
and go,
Right.
"John,"
And you know what's even?
and and like you're sitting there going, "I didn't do anything." Mr. Costa would stand at the door with referrals already written out.
Shit.
And then as soon as the bell rang, he would shut the door, and you would see the kid standing in the window,
Right.
and he'd go like this: referral, referral,
Right.
referral, and then you have to go to the office, and then
Reminds me of like the Breakfast Club. Wanna go for another one?
it was crazy. Isn't it a difference when there's no school? Today there's no school.
There is.
Yeah, there's some type of teacher thing.
Well, it's a holiday apparently. My dad said
yes.
it's Jewish New Year's.
Yes, Rosh Hashanah. Is it Rosh Hashanah, right?
I think.
Yeah,
I don't
people
know.
have
You
to
know
do
me.
that.
I don't know. I don't affiliate with the religion, so I don't know.
Oh, well, look at these people jogging.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
sequence. They're all jogging together.
Well, when I was now here we go. We're talking about kid stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was in school, I don't remember kids we had so many days off. We maybe we did,
Yeah.
but the only time we had the only religious holidays they used to give people off was Christmas
Yeah. Like Thanksgiving.
and Easter,
Right.
New Year's,
Right.
and that was it.
Yeah.
And
And they
then-
started doing like President's Day and Memorial Day.
It wasn't even President's Day. Nothing. We didn't have President's Day.
I know.
We
I'm
had
saying
George Washington's birthday.
George Washington's birthday.
You don't remember all that?
No.
And then Obama changed it because everyone was all mad because they were slaveholders.
Yeah.
So they got rid of George Washington's birthday and they changed it all to one day,
Yeah.
President's Day.
Yeah.
Because everyone was, they had that whole thing where
Yeah.
people became righteous all of a sudden.
I thought that was Columbus Day that they did that.
No, they turned Columbus Day into Indigenous People Day.
Yeah.
And the indigenous people, if you ask them, they could care less.
Right.
They don't care. They had a bunch of white people out in front of the reservations going, "We did Indigenous People Day," and the Indians
It's the same shit when they did
and the Indians are walking by and going like this. Who are these people?
Same shit when they
Who
did
are
with
these
the
people?
Washington Redskins,
Oh
for
yeah.
like 30 years. The the Redskins, they didn't even give a shit. And some
No
of
one
them
cared.
want to put the name back because it honors their heritage. So there was a petition that some Indians actually wanted back.
Of course. That's like they got rid of Aunt Jemima.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? They have the Redskins, but they don't have the Redskins, but they got the Brewers. Like, they can promote alcohol, but God forbid they promote, they
Right.
say something about Indians,
You can't even have the Cleveland Indians.
Nope.
You couldn't even mention Indians.
Well, now you still got the Chiefs and the Braves. But I remember as a kid they had the Washington Bullets. And then they got rid of the Washington Bullets.
Yeah, because of all the crime in Washington, D.C.
Right. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's ironic, I think.
hysterical.
It's
hysterical.
ironic. Yeah.
Listen, we can't have a team called the Bullets with the highest crime rate in the country in Washington, D.C. No, we can't do that. Listen, it's comical. I think it's comical. It's like, so they can't be called the Cleveland Indians.
Right.
They can't be called the Washington Redskins.
Right.
You got to get rid of all those terms.
Right.
But
they still got the Braves and the Chiefs, so it's like it's selective.
yeah, but Braves sounds like you're brave.
Yeah. Right.
We're
Right.
the Braves.
Right.
Right? It's like
But
that.
people are bitching. They want to change the name. They say that it's in. They always have something to bitch about. They say that that's offensive, and then they say, every time the Braves start winning, the rival fans say that the tomahawk chop is offensive.
There you go.
I'm like, the tomahawk chop is not offensive. You're just being a douche because the Braves made the playoffs or the Braves made the World Series.
Listen,
They just want to complain about something.
I changed
because my team's
lanes.
winning.
I changed lanes. And
Yeah.
listen, I was about to bring this up, right?
Mm,
They want all the names changed.
yeah.
But the Seminole FSU
Right.
can still do the tomahawk chop,
Right.
and they turn they take. Listen, there's no damage on any of these cars, and there's
You know what's hypocritical though? When the Braves make the playoffs and they're doing really well, and they do the tomahawk chop, it's like, oh my God, that's offensive. I hate the Braves. But when the Chiefs do the tomahawk chop and the Chiefs go the 0-0-0 and the Chiefs have Mahomes and they're winning Super Bowls, nobody bats an eye. But when the Braves do it, it's like it's the most offensive thing in the world. Well, you get what I'm saying?
yeah. But what's the difference? Why can the FSU Seminoles turn? I've seen that they do a crimson or a reddish thing,
Yeah.
and they're going, oh.
Right.
Why do they say that's okay? That's more offensive than even a name.
Right.
I don't think it's offensive.
Right.
But the way they look at it,
Right.
how can that be? How can we chanting
Yeah.
the war chant
Right.
be not in the
But
right?
it's, what I'm
But
saying
why
is
is it okay?
selective
No.
outrage.
No, but why is it okay? Because the Indians said
It was okay.
it was okay.
Right.
The Seminole Indians said it's okay for
Right.
them to do it.
Right. And they do that with the Braves, but the people are still bitching.
So if a tribe came out and said, "Hey, it's okay for the Washington Redskins to be called Redskins,"
Yeah.
would they say that's okay?
No, because they'll still be
No,
bitching. Yeah.
they still be bitching.
Yeah, I know.
And all the people that are bitching are young white kids.
Right. That aren't even. It doesn't even affect them in any way
Nothing.
possible. Right.
No, we're the voice for them. No,
Right,
no,
no, you're
no.
not.
They can talk. They said
Right,
they don't
can
care.
speak for themselves.
They don't care. Well, they don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
They don't understand.
It's the
Sure.
It's the pretentiousness of my kind, the liberals. I can get super pretentious.
That's like Charles Barkley saying, "Man, if you're white, you can't be using the N-word.
Well,
Only we can use the N-word."
Well, that's a touchy subject. I agree to disagree there. It's kind of a touchy subject,
I've said this a million times.
No, I know they all say it. I get it.
I
but-
said this a million times, and I'll keep telling you this. If you're offended by the N-word,
Yeah.
okay, go to a high school football game.
I know they all say it.
Say it. You would be so offended that you'd probably walk off the field. It is not. Now,
went to
I don't
college.
know. Now I don't know if over time,
Yeah.
I
I went to college in bumblefuck Georgia. Okay. Everybody was saying it. The white people were saying it racistly, and the black people were saying it as a term of endearment. It was that nigger, and then it was my nigga.
Right.
I heard it every 5 seconds.
Right.
And then when I went to the one job that I got fired from, the one for missing a day or whatever, being sick, white guy was saying the N-word right to the black people.
Sure.
He wasn't saying nigger, but he was saying nigga.
On the sidelines,
Yeah.
they're white, they're black, they're
Yeah.
Spanish, whatever. They're all homies,
Yeah.
and they're all the ends, and that's
Yeah.
how they talk to one another.
Yeah.
They call each other like that.
Yeah.
Yo, Ed, I told you to cover him.
Right,
Hey,
right,
F you,
right.
man. F you, Nick. Whatever, I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
F you, Ed, I
Right.
got him. No, you got him. No, I heard. I'm like.
I've had black people call me the the N word as a term of endearment.
No, I
That,
don't
you
know.
know, Will's my N.
No, I don't know. Over time, if you know, like if you make the word like really
Offensive, yes.
offensive, maybe
Right.
over time people will start using it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I drive Uber and Lyft, and I have
Yeah.
all kinds of people in my
I
car.
don't like it the way it's intended.
I still hear it.
I don't like it the racist way it's intended.
It's the tone that you use,
Right.
or how.
I like it as a term of endearment. I like that they took a negative and made it a positive. I like that. But what I don't like it is the way it was originally intended.
People go, well, it's slang. I go, it's not slang.
Yeah.
It's in the Webster's dictionary.
Right.
It's not in the slang dictionary.
Right. It's not on Urban Dictionary.
No, it's the Webster dictionary.
Right. But the way it was originally intended, it was about like hanging black people. That's horrible.
Yeah, I don't know that shit.
Yeah.
That's what they used to.
Yeah. When they were noosing black people and shit, that was fucking horrible. Horrendous.
I can't even tell you if I've ever looked up, if I've ever looked it up in the dictionary and even know what the definition is.
But when people use it with a racist connotation, it makes my skin kind of crawl. You know?
In my life, I've been called cracker 100 times.
Yeah.
You're a cracker. You're a white
Yeah.
cracker. You're this
Yeah.
cracker.
Yeah.
I can care less.
Yeah.
I can care less because white cracker is not as offensive as this.
Yeah, it isn't. And you know what a cracker is, right?
No, I don't.
When they crack the whip on the black people.
Oh, so you're a white cracker because you're the one that used to crack the whip?
Yeah.
Sometimes knowing the history behind something, right?
Yeah.
But no, I've been called the white cracker.
Yeah.
But I heard everything, man.
Yeah.
Especially, listen, my grandparents,
Yeah.
oh, they're probably some of the most racist people I ever,
Oh yeah.
the older generation.
Oh yeah. They're
Oh,
real
my
racist.
God. I remember
You
hearing
hear
things
something?
like, "Oh, he's a wetback." I go, like, "Wetback? What the hell is that?"
That
I
was
don't
like
even know.
that was probably like the most tame thing
I
they
don't even
said.
know. Wetback? What is that?
Yeah.
And they oh yeah,
For Mexicans, yeah.
yes. I'm like, what the
Terrible.
hell? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
I'm sure there's someone maybe on the live stream who knows what that is, but I have no idea what it is. I never bothered to even look anything up.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. But when I was like 16 or 17, I was at dinner with my aunt and uncle with my mom.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle, they're kind of affluent, but my uncle's kind of like old school racist, but not like directly racist,
Yeah.
a little racist. And so I'm sitting there at dinner, right? And you know, they knew my dad because my dad was married to my mom at one point before they got divorced, and they went to functions and everything. And I would ask my uncle. I said, you know, did my dad like spicy food? And the thing he said made me fucking almost fall out of my chair laughing. What he said was like, "No, he doesn't like spicy food. He likes." And then I found out, you know, that my dad both like spicy food and everything like that. But like, I didn't know much about my dad until like the last 12 years that I've been down here. I mean, we spoke on the phone, and I'd visit once a year. Our relationship was okay, but it wasn't like a real close relationship until like the last 12 years. So I'm very fortunate that we've reconnected the last 12 years, and we have a close relationship.
Yeah. So what's going on with work, man? You got one yesterday?
2 days ago. Yesterday was rough. It's kind of a rough week this week, but this paycheck should be good compared to the ones I've been getting. Because
You get paid this Friday or next Friday?
this Friday,
Okay.
I get paid for the bonus I got the other day. Remember?
Very nice.
I got the big sale, so I get that. I get that tomorrow, and I get a little pay increase thanks to the government. They raised the minimum wage on the 30th. So now instead of getting $12.50 an hour with my commissions, my transfers,
Yeah.
I get 13. So I get a
Ooh.
50 cent. I get a 50 cent
That
raise.
minimum wage is with $15 an hour.
No, it will be like a couple years.
Oh, they.
Yeah. But like federally, it's mandated state to state, right? But federally, it's like 725 or 750, which is crazy. You go in Georgia, it's still 725. But like but in Florida, it's $13 an hour. It's fucking crazy, you know?
Well, the problem is not every state. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Not every state has the same type of economy.
Right.
Like some states. That's why every state.
Like California is like $18 an hour
Sure.
or something crazy.
Yeah, that's because of their cost of living.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's some states out there that $7.25 might be a livable wage.
There's no state that's $7.25.
You never think about it. You never think about it. But I think what they
$12 an hour is not a livable wage, John.
I think what they
think is maybe they think it's an appropriate wage.
There's probably some. The problem is because we have states that are better off than other states.
Yeah.
Financially and everything else.
Yeah.
That some states can't. They don't think that they can handle the. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an economist, but
no, I know.
I think they.
And Georgia's a little bit smaller than Florida
They
too.
can't.
In size.
Like some of the rural areas.
Yeah.
Of like Louisiana,
Alabama, Kentucky, wherever the fuck it.
Oh,
yeah.
it's only 20
Yeah,
minutes.
we got 5 minutes. You got time. Hey,
I don't
did you
know if
hear?
it's the right song.
Our boys did good last night. Inter Miami won the.
I saw it.
They won the President's. Well, it's called something different, but
The
it's
Community Shield.
it's like the President's Cup for hockey. You know, like hockey, they get a trophy for getting the best record.
Yeah.
And,
They call
like
it the
home
Community.
ice. They call this the Community Shield. Yeah. So they got the best record. They get a trophy, and they get home field advantage throughout. But the caveat, there's one thing. There's 2 regular season games left, and Inter Miami has a chance to have the most points in the season if they win both games.
I saw that.
So they have like a Boston Bruins thing going on.
I think the problem is, I think you're gonna find that they're not going to play Messi and the other guys because it's just like it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Doesn't mean anything. It would because they already have. I think that I saw yesterday because they have the best record.
Right.
They already have home field advantage.
They do. Yeah.
So no matter what happens, they still have home. So
Right.
there's no sense of playing Messi and the
Right.
other guys.
I mean, I guess you could go for the record, but that's stupid.
See,
you know?
that's the. They don't think about that anymore.
I know.
You know, unless the owner came down and said,
But the Bruins did that. They they played Bergeron to get the best record. Bergeron's retired now. They played Bergeron to get the best record, and he hurt himself,
right.
and he couldn't even play in the first round.
sometimes you have.
Versus the Panthers that year.
Sometimes you have people that got contracts. You
Yeah.
know, you might have the head coach.
Yeah.
The head coach might have a contract. Hey, if you lead the team to the best record, we'll give you an extra $1 million.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, people are going, "Why is he playing him?" Yeah,
Right.
because it's, you know.
I mean, some of these teams are like they're fucked up. Like they'll cut. I've seen a couple of times this week with different teams of baseball where these players will get released like 3 days before they get $100,000 bonus, or 5 days before they get a
Oh, that's been going on for
$500,000
years.
bonus. I'm like, that's fucked up.
That's been going on for years.
No, I know, but
They
it's
get a
still,
roster
it's still
bonus.
Fucked up.
Like ESPN will go, well, you know, they're going to get rid of him before July 1st because he'll have a roster bonus coming.
Of 100,000, yeah.
And sometimes you think about it, right? Someone, you think about it, they go, man, but they're dealing with a salary cap of $240 million.
Yeah.
What's a $100,000 roster bonus?
Right.
Because, like, they're just like anyone else.
I get it. They're trying to save money, but why
they-
would they put that in the contract in the first place? Is my thing.
Just to sign you.
I guess.
They try to
but
give
they
you
should be
an
conscious.
incentive.
They should be conscious of the cap then too, shouldn't they?
They try to give you a. But see, they spend.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see out of a $240 million salary cap,
Yeah.
they only got $100,000 left.
Right. Some of them are
They spend it right to the edge.
some of them spend over the edge. Some of them are like 40 million over the cap, and they get penalties.
And you know why they do that, right? They go, because if a team doesn't spend the whole salary cap,
And they get
lambasted.
yeah.
They
get charged regardless.
Then the sports people come on or something and go, oh, they really don't care about winning.
Right,
They didn't spend the $3 million that
But
they got extra.
even so, if I think there's a minimum
Hello.
you're supposed to.
What's up, Chris?
I think there's like a minimum they're supposed to,
Yeah, they have a minimum. They have a minimum. Yeah.
And
Because
if you go below the minimum, they'll charge you some money. And if you go over the maximum, they'll charge you some money.
because they don't want a baseball owner, right? They don't
Right.
want a baseball owner like maybe the Marlins.
Right.
I mean, the problem is
Putting
we
a
don't-
$10 million team out there.
right, and they're saying, well, he's pocketing the rest.
Right.
The problem is, right?
That's Mike. He's one of the closers.
Okay. The problem is because no one knows financially.
Mm.
We don't know what these teams are making. I mean, yeah, there's no one in there yet.
No.
It's you don't know what these teams are making or not making.
Right.
I'm sure if
They're getting money out of the revenue from the TV contracts more than they are the fucking fans. They're making a shit ton of money off
You
of
see what's
those
going on
revenue
now,
from
right?
The TV contract.
Bally's Sports,
Yeah,
can they file bankruptcy?
yeah.
Bally's,
There's like 11 teams that they're not going to cover or something, and the Braves were one of them.
and now they have Braves don't care.
I know.
They got the Superstation, whatever it is, right?
They don't do TBS anymore. They haven't been on TBS
But
in like 10 years.
I gotta tell you though, I remember going back a few years. The Braves were always complaining financially that
Yeah.
they were having issues, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't carry a big payroll, right?
No.
They don't carry a
Well,
big
it's
payroll.
bigger than the last 20 years, but they don't have like a Yankees or a Red Sox payroll. But it's always like top 10.
There's this guy that he's an old timer. He's like in his 80s.
Yeah.
He's one of my patient's his dad. He always comes in. He comes and visits his son 3 days a week,
Yeah.
and he'll stop in and talk to me.
I liked how they had the national stations. Like they had Notre Dame on every week, the Braves every day, the Cubs every day.
Well, everything
I
is-
like that. They
but
don't
every-
do that anymore.
No.
Well, they do Notre Dame, but
Everything's
they don't.
gone to pay.
Right.
So NBC's like, okay, we'll pay $100 million to broadcast it,
Yeah.
but they want to charge people to watch it now so they can get some of their money back.
Right.
It used to be the advertising.
Right.
Now they want the advertising and the people to pay.
Right. It
But
used to be you could watch the Braves, the Marlins, and the Cubs every night because the two were on national TV and the Marlins were local.
but there's ways that people really want to.
Yeah, they can get those packages and all that shit.
Not even that. I know someone who has one of the, I'm not going to say the name of it,
the sticks.
but one of these things
Yeah.
that's been hacked and programmed. They watch everything.
Yeah.
They get the NHL ticket.
Yeah.
They get the NFL ticket.
Yeah.
Everything. No problem. They use a VPN. They have you know what that is?
No.
A VPN hides your location,
Yeah.
and they can't track you.
Right.
Someone's in there now.
All right.
But that's what they do.
Oh, I'll leave you on this.
Grab that leaf and throw it on there.
I'll leave you with this thought, John.
Yes.
It's not a very philosophical thought, but the next 55 days
Yes.
straight,
Yeah.
we have football.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
55 days straight.
In a row.
How about
Starting today.
How about Jalen Phillips, man?
Ah, fucking A. That's
But you know what?
2 years in a row, too. I feel bad for the kid.
But here's the problem, right? He was injury prone in college.
Right,
He quit football,
right,
came back to play at Miami,
right.
and now he's been
injury
hurt.
prone again.
He's just injury.
Yeah, it's brutal.
He's just injury prone.
And you will never know what could have been, All right, John, I love you. I'll cash
Hey.
up you when I get in.
But isn't it funny when he was at U of M?
Yeah,
He was a D lineman,
yeah,
and he looked like a man amongst boys, right?
right.
Now he's in the pros.
He's a linebacker.
He's a linebacker.
Right. Well, they do that now. They convert the offensive end to linebackers.
But what
to
I'm
rush
saying is,
the,
you see the difference.
yeah,
You see the difference. How he was a D line. He was big enough to be a D lineman in college,
yeah,
But now he's like an outside linebacker.
Right, but you know what
in
they
the
do
pro.
that because the defensive ends are faster now. So now when they go to the pros, they put them in line as a linebacker so they can put them out in coverage like the safeties.
When the Hurricanes were in their heyday,
Yeah,
they used to take linebackers
yeah,
and make them D linemen
yeah,
and defensive backs
yeah.
and make them the linebackers
Right, 3-4, right? Or no, it was a 4-3.
because they were faster.
Right.
They
was
weren't.
it a 4-3 or 3-4? I think it was a 4-3, right?
I think they used to run the 4-3.
Right. Okay, bud.
So yeah. Well, hello everybody. I was just dropping off my buddy. We've talked about everything tonight: offensive words, offensive teams, how the hypocrisy, you know. And then it's so funny. Everyone's rolling into work, and everyone's rolling into work. My buddy's excited because he was an employee of the month for his company. Employee of the month. Good for him. I've never been employee of the month. Good morning. Good morning. I might lose you because when I leave this area, I lose connection. I got to reconnect. So hopefully, I know you're heading to school. I'm heading to work. I got 2 people. So I just brought my buddy to work. I gotta go. I have to, I drive like 30 minutes east to drop him off. And then now I go back west. I go back west and oh shoot. I go back west to go see my patients. I'll be there for a couple hours. I jump back in the car and I head back east. But yeah, you don't have school either, huh? That's right. That's right. It's not a teacher work day. It's a holiday. It's Rosh Hashanah, I believe. I'm sure. I think it's Rosh Hashanah. I am not Jewish. I'm sorry. I don't know all the holidays, but I know it's some type of Jewish holiday. I don't even know if my wife has work. But I can tell you traffic is light. Not a lot of traffic on the roads compared to regular weekdays. The other day I picked up my buddy at 8:15 and barely got him to work by like 5 to 9. It took us almost 45 minutes. And then this morning I got him there in 20 to 25 minutes. We got there. So, but it is temperature check, almost 9 o'clock, and it's 86 degrees. So when I first got in the car, it was 8 o'clock in the morning and it was 80 degrees. Now it's almost 9 o'clock and it's 86 degrees. So, I don't know what the high is supposed to be. I don't know, this will be a high in the probably mid-90s still. Keep getting disconnected. But this time of year, the humidity starts going down. And that's a big difference. It makes a huge difference. It could be 90 degrees out, 95 degrees, but instead of 70 or 80% humidity, we go down to 40 or 40% humidity, people start walking around with like sweaters on. It's great. My son goes to school with a sweatshirt on. He went to ride his bike yesterday. He's got sweatpants and a sweatshirt. He comes back, barely he's got a sweat. And of course, in South Florida, we have a large Jewish communities. Hollywood area, not Surfside, but Miami. There's an area, man, I can't think of it. Huge Jewish community. And I don't know if it was last night. I think it was last night that they always talk about. You go to the restaurants, and the restaurants are like dead. Like there's there's nobody there. And I don't know if that's the same way tonight. I think if they're fasting, I don't know if people are fasting. Oh my gosh, look at this. That car's into the lane and all. I don't know what he. Life extension. I think that's a place you go and you can freeze your body or something. Someone told me about this life. Someone look it up. Oh my God, the guy next to me looks like he just rolled out of a school. He's got his hands in the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock position. He's sitting upright, eyes forward. You know, he took a driving course, and the pickup truck cut him off, and he didn't even like flinch. If you back up my live stream, I don't know if you'll see it. Maybe about a minute. Didn't flinch. A community garage sale. So you're gonna pack up all your stuff and take it to the city park for a garage sale. What is that? The flea market? I like what they do at the flea market. So my buddy was in the car and earlier, and the topic of the day was for him, we were talking about sports and how they've changed the name from the Washington Redskins to the Washington something or another. From the Washington Bullets to the Washington something. I know someone's maybe they're the Guardians. Someone's the Guardians. The Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland something or another. And we were laughing because we were saying that other people care more than the actual Indians. The Indians care less. I get disconnected. I hate that. I get disconnected, then I'm back. I get disconnected, and then I'm back. It drives me crazy. I passed by here a little while ago, and these two cars hit one another. A little fender bender. It wasn't even a fender bender. The car, I saw it. The car basically tapped the car in front because the car in back, the person was texting, looking at their phone, and they rolled in front of into the other car. And I looked over. I'm like, there was no damage, but the lady was holding her neck. So I don't know. She was an older person. Sometimes those, you get someone who's in their 70s or 80s, or I mean, it can happen when you're younger, but normally in your 70s or 80s, and you get that little jolt. It can be anything. It can be like a little jolt. But the thing that's the kicker is it's impeding traffic. You would think that they would get them out of the lanes, get traffic rolling again. Take a screenshot with it. Take a photo with your phone. Let's stop impeding traffic. Election season. Signs everywhere. So the question of the day is, if you're driving to work, or you're just driving, and there's no school, right? It's a holiday, there's no school. But you get to a school zone, and the light's blinking. The light's blinking yellow, 15 miles an hour. But you know there's no school. There's nobody at the school. The school's empty. There's not even a car at the school. Does that mean that that you don't have to obey the blinking yellow light? Just wondering. Because I didn't. The other day I didn't do it. Normally I do. But I saw a bunch of cars going. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go too. So I was kind of like, I felt naughty, right? I'm naughty and breaking the law. I gotta go to my aunt's restaurant, man. Every time I come down this way, my aunt's got when her father passed away, my aunt took over, well, I don't know if she's my aunt or my ex-aunt. But she's the same age as me. But, I don't know, I call her my aunt, but I don't think she is my aunt. But anyway. Anyway. I'm leaving a little opening here. One of those cars goes by. Well, your wife is hot. Call air around the clock. That was like one of the best ads. Your wife is hot. You better get your AC fixed. Awesome. Awesome. I got probably like another 5 minutes live stream, and then I'll be at my job. Have to go in, and due to HIPAA violations, privacy, I can't let you know. I can't mention that I'm going to be seeing John Fusaro. That's me, by the way. I'm going to explain hypocrisy. I'm going to explain hypocrisy. I'm going to show you why people get upset. I'm going to tell you why people get upset. I'm going to show you examples. Alright, listen, I don't know what's going on over here. People are dancing on stage over here. They're all dressed up like they're practicing dancing. They got some type of show about to go on today. Alright, listen. I gotta sign off. I'll see you all later.